Ah, ugh.
Hi, everyone. Hi,
Hi.
everyone.
Hi,
Hi.
We're
Hi, everyone.
sad.
Yeah, we're all sad. We're all upset.
We're very annoyed.
We're going to do our best to be positive today, everyone, because this was certainly an episode of television that happened.
Yeah.
But we're sad. We're upset. We're angry. It is what
Erg.
it is. But hello, everyone. Welcome to the Cup TV, part of the Currently Unnamed Podcast Network, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan, ready to say something gay. And even though it is late in my day, I'm drinking some coffee. I've only got a little bit left of my hazelnut caramel coffee that I was drinking throughout watching Survivor today. Because I needed something to stay up so I could watch the episode. Because I was a little tired. Just like some people were when they went to the voting booth. Tired ass gameplay. Exhausted. Lame. Boo,
Ugh.
tomato.
Ugh. Ready though.
What?
Are you done? I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh, yes, I'm done.
Oh, okay, great.
Because you're here to do the other thing I usually do when I'm here. So, yeah, I'm done.
Hi, everyone. It is me. It is Lana, your resident evil diva. And I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Purr. I am chill. Sneezing, number
Bless you.
one. Thank you. I'm drinking some juice, number two, because
Great.
I was thirsty. And I have my cup mug also because
Yes.
you need to have it. And you can get your
Oh,
cup mug. You
I'm
can
done.
have it. Oh, I meant to grab. I have a duck too, Logan. I
Oh,
do have a duck, and I meant to grab it next time. But
I'm going to see
you,
you a lot this weekend. It's all good.
right, you can get your cup mug or any of our beautiful cup merch at ronnajuicecreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Get your cup merch. Period. Thank you.
Yes, God. Well,
Well, Julie,
it
it happened. It was a thing.
did.
It was a
You
show.
know, here's the thing. We've kind of had 7 weeks to prepare for this episode. Like,
Mhm.
we've been on a little bit of borrowed time.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
haven't watched the episode, we're one of the two eliminations. We're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna pour one out for our girl Save right now. Both eliminations are tragic in this episode, and we will both talk about both people equally, but we're gonna pour one out for our girl Save right now. It's tragic. It's unfortunate.
It shouldn't have happened.
It
But
shouldn't
I
have
guess
happened, but
I
we were
guess
playing with
we
borrowed
were playing with
time
borrowed
for
time.
weeks at this point.
Yeah, we kind of should be expecting it at this point.
The one time this season she didn't play with Cedric was the one time she went home. They both went home.
I'm about to say
Now,
you're laughing a little too hard. I
I'm
need to calm it down.
sorry.
Calm it
No,
down.
I really am, and I'm so sorry. I don't mean any disrespect. I promise. The circumstance
Uh,
when I realized it when I was saying it is just too good.
it's poetic. It is poetic. It's like
It is incredibly poetic.
it is because Cedric has
Oh,
been saving Say this entire time, and the one time he is not there to save her, she's gone, and he follows right behind. It's
uh,
I hate it here. I hate it here. Okay.
yes.
Y'all know we gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it in depth, but before we do, y'all know what to do. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to all of our channels because we are on a mission to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and across all the
More.
networks, and 1,000 more on some channels. So across all the networks, we're trying to get 1,000 subscribers, new subscribers, 1,000 new subscribers.
I
So
like that much more. It's less bulky.
yes, so we're trying to get 1,000 new subscribers to all across all four channels. So please subscribe to this channel. Hit the links in the description below to click on the links for all of the other channels. Subscribe to all of our channels, and we would appreciate you. You can follow us on all. If you need to check us out on our audio podcast links, that link is down there as well. So follow us on our audio podcast links. And if you need to check us out on the go, join our Patreon. We got a lot of fun stuff happening in our Patreon, exclusive content, early access, and some behind the scene things when we're not talking about Survivor and crying over who went home. So you want to check out our Patreon as well. Now let's get into this.
Oh, Adrian's so right though, Lana. The split tribal twist.
Yeah,
Black
always,
black players, and
always.
I will say black players, yes, specifically, but I'm gonna also broaden it to people of color as well. Like it
It's been
is the
black
broader, but
players.
more
Oh,
specifically black players for sure.
yeah, see, I wouldn't even broaden it because it's usually the black players who go
It
out on this
usually
double tour.
is, yeah.
Like this twist is so ridiculous, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, black players have it much harder, which we do, but I'm not gonna say that, but we do.
No,
But
y'all it's true, y'all do. Y'all do.
yeah, it is. But in this situation, I felt like both of them who went home weren't the right choices. And I understand why people might disagree with that, and that's fine if
Yeah.
you do. I just feel like at this point in the game, when you are seeing who's all left and who has connections on either side of this double twist or split tribal or
Yeah.
whatever, look at who has the connections and you get rid of the people who have connections so they can't come back to keep growing it's
Yeah.
frustrating. It's just frustrating.
It is. It really is. It really is. But we come back. Ooh, new graphic. Ooh, new graphic. With our fully merged tribe. I didn't catch the
New,
merged tribe name. I'm pretty
new,
sure
new,
actually.
new,
New.
new.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I,
It,
and,
it,
and I new or something like that.
okay.
Something stupid. I didn't like it. I was
Um.
like,
New
new, new,
Nye.
new, not.
New Nye. Okay.
Whatever.
New Nye in Fijian. Hey, that's something. Is the merged tribe name Jesus Christ. It means hope. Okay, in Fijian. Great. That's fine.
Sure.
All right, whatever.
I mean,
Um,
I really like when people stop doing that. Just finding words in Virginia and call it okay.
it's better than Murica, Lana.
I do agree it's better than America. Everything is going to always be better than America,
Yeah.
especially right now. Like, ugh.
Agreed. Agreed. Definitely. But yes, we come back from tribal. And Mitch especially is
Mm-hmm.
very concerned. His basically ride or die for the first part of the game just went home. He's a little bit worried because a lot of people lied to his face directly. Um, a lot of people said Say was the plan. Turns out, baby cakes, Say was not the plan. Kyle goes to him directly and says that he knew the plan was to vote out Charity and didn't tell him because of how close they were. Now, do we think if Mitch knew the plan, he would have tried to flip the plan?
I think he would have tried to block a vote on somebody who's voting for
I
say. I
think
mean,
so
for
too.
charity. I think
I
he
think
would
so
have used
too.
to block a vote.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it would have made sense because, like, I don't want my rider guy to go home right now, this
Yeah.
close to jury. I need her in jury, so
Right. Right.
I'm gonna use my blocker vote to block somebody's vote who was planning on
Yeah.
voting for her. So yeah, if he knew the plan, I think he would use the blocker vote. And so I think it was wise for them not to tell him if they wanted
Yeah.
to actually execute that. But if they wanted to just make him use that blocker vote and still vote stay out, I would have just told him it was charity and let him use the block vote and still
Right.
vote stay out. But
Right. Mitch is feeling really bad because, as we kind of talked about a little bit last week, this is now Mitch's second time accidentally voting for say, because that's what he is told the plan is. From what he's telling us, he hasn't wanted to vote for say either time in the last two tribals.
Look, I don't know about that bit.
However,
he did it twice.
The baby has voted for say
twice
at both of the last two tribal councils.
So I'm like,
so what does he do? He goes and tells say that he voted for her.
Come on now.
No, okay. I actually don't think this is a horribly bad move on Mitch's part, because Mitch has played a very honest game up until this point, especially with what happened at the last tribal with the whole Bianca vote out. I don't think it's a bad move here for Mitch especially because Mitch does have a very open relationship with say at this point in the game. Now, obviously, moving forward into this episode, that's not the case. They're now kind of like going against each other, obviously. But I think at this point, it's a pretty decent move to go, hey, this is what I was told the plan was. I'm sorry. I know this is happening again. I'm self-aware enough to know that this is going on again. But I don't have any ill will against you.
I don't think it was a bad move, and I don't think it was Mitch being malicious or just... I do think he accidentally voted for say, because that's what they told him it was. And so he voted for say. Now, well, I'm not accidentally. He did it. He voted for say the first time. He voted for her because that's what he was told the plan was. He was going along with what the plan was. So him apologizing to say, I think, was very much him being very honest and truthful and, well-meaning, well-intentions.
And that's how he's played so far.
That's how he's played. And he's just like, this is what it is. I apologize. Now, does that mean say should just automatically forgive him? No. And she does it. And she has that right too. She's, her feelings about him voting for her twice and then apologizing to her, voting for her, then apologizing. It makes her go, okay, you are someone who does not care to write my name down. You did it before, you would do it again. So therefore, I don't care.
It's like, oh, deja vu. I wonder who did this to me twice before. That kind of situation. Yeah.
So it's not like I'm not going to keep putting my hand in the dog's mouth who bit me already.
Exactly. So we go to the next day and Mitch is getting to work. He needs to start building some more connections. He's got good connections with a lot of people in the tribe already, but obviously his number one is gone. He needs to start, building his social connections. He's having some really good conversations with Joe and with Cheyenne. Having some personal conversations, talking about being a gym teacher, talking about how he used to be a mailman and then had a major career shift, feeling like he wasn't doing enough in his career. And very early on, I was like, oh God, we're getting too much Mitch backstory. No. Oh no, not this. But I loved learning more about Mitch.
I mean, I always love learning more about people. And so I was like, okay, cool. But I did feel like, oh no, we're getting a Mitch backstory. So is this Mitch gone? But then I realized, oh no, this is American Survivor. They don't play like that.
Right.
Like,
Not always.
This is US Survivor. They don't go by that rule now. This was Australian Survivor. I'm like, oh no.
Right.
Mitch is gone. But
it's gonna be weird not having two versions of Survivor on after next week.
No, I don't know what to do with myself. Oh, I know. Not watch Survivor.
Only watch one episode of Survivor a week.
Yeah. That's what I'll do.
It'll be nice.
If you want to check out our Survivor Australia coverage, go do that right now. It's on the channel at the Cup TV.
We've got only 2 episodes left, so
we have 22 reviews. So go check that out.
But Joe and Cheyenne are really enjoying getting to know Mitch, on a personal level. Obviously, they didn't start on a tribe together, blah, blah, blah. But Joe knows just how dangerous Mitch is. Obviously,
absolutely.
they've seen him work in challenges. They know he's a threat.
He's a beast.
And as Joe says, and as we've all talked about this season, who wouldn't vote for Mitch to win $1 million? Come on now.
Hello?
Come on now. So, as much as they would like to maybe work with Mitch, not sure if that's necessarily going to happen. So, we'll see where the cards fall in that regard.
Right.
We then get a kind of parallel conversation between Say and Cheyenne. Say is like, Cheyenne is someone that I haven't really had any game chats with, but I need to start building relationships with people that are outside of the people that I am working with. And she's kind of like, I'm a no BS kind of person. I want to, basically just lays her game out. And she's like, this is how I play. I think we could work well together. I see the way you play this game. I think we could pair well together. And Cheyenne even admits himself, if we had started on the same tribe together, I think I'd be working with Say right now. However,
right. We have it.
However, we didn't. And at this point,
Say
is incredibly dangerous.
I'm good with the group I'm at.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate because I was hoping that players like Cheyenne and Joe would be a little bit more flexible with their gameplay.
I was hoping Cheyenne would. I kind of figured Joe wouldn't. I kind of figured the way Joe is and the way he's just so this, stand-up guy kind of thing. I kind of figured once he found his crew, that's his crew, because the firefighter in him, the brotherhood in him, the people who I align with, these are my people, these are my brothers. So I kind of figured he wouldn't be that fluid, but I was hoping Cheyenne would be.
I was hoping Cheyenne would so bad.
I was like, Cheyenne, you need to start playing for yourself because what, and speaking more in this episode, we'll get to it, but he is not a priority in the alliance. And they showed him.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, at that point I would have been like, ooh.
Well, I'm wondering whether he's actually going to realize that now. I don't know whether he might just have those rose-colored glasses on. And is like, I'm in a good position, I'm safe. Even though he was the decoy vote this episode, I'm wondering whether that's even going to increase the rose-colored glasses he has going on and is going to make him fall even more into safety, and they're going to blindside him. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, I think the safety could happen because they did what they said they were going to do. If they would have blindsided him, then it would have been like, well, he would have been gone.
Well, obviously he wouldn't be in the game, yeah.
Here we go. But even if he would have got another vote besides the one vote,
like if it had been a 4-2 situation,
right? Then folks would have. Then he probably would have been like, "Oh, wait, okay, okay." But because they did exactly what they said they were going to do, and it was nothing. It was very predictable. It was just like, okay, well then now he feels. I think this shows that he can feel safe, and he might just feel safe.
We see Cheyenne also talking to Cedric. Cedric's just trying to get anywhere he can with anyone. Right. Because, he ain't working with Mary. He ain't working really with Say. He's trying to do whatever he can at this point. And that takes us to the immunity challenge very early in the episode.
Very early.
We needed the time for the immunity challenge, even though at first it didn't seem like we were going to need it.
I was like, oh, this is going to be... Nope, not quick. Not quick at all.
No, not at all. Not even close. Not even a little bit.
Not quick at
all. So, of course, because they have to have it in every single season in the new era, we have a split tribal episode. Woo. How fun.
Not fun.
Hey, at least it was 6-6 and not 5-5. I hate when
Right.
it's 5-5, but then I'm like, it's just not interesting.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not
Yeah.
fun. But whatever. So it is 6-6. We are randomly drawing for new tribe group thing assemblages of people. And here they are. So the orange group, we have Star, who is still a star. We'll talk
Star.
a little bit about Star in this episode. She had
A
two
moment.
moments, and I
Two
was very
moments, I
excited.
think.
She had two moments, and she was great. We have Star, Joe, Chrissy, Say, Mitch, and Eva on the orange side. And on the purple side, we have Camilla, Cheyenne, Kyle, David, Cedric, and Mary. So this is 2 immunities running simultaneously, 2 tribals, with the built-in reward for the team that lasts longer overall. They get a peanut butter and jelly build your own reward situation. Classic. I think that's been the reward for this challenge for like 5 seasons now because they're cheap. Whatever. And classic for this challenge as well. This has kind of become the transition into jury challenge where
Yep.
the first group to fully drop out of the challenge, the person eliminated from that group tribe assemblage of people will not make jury, and the person voted out from the second tribe group assemblage of people will be the first member of jury.
Yes. So obviously, you guys, I won the reward because I'm eating my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So I won. Logan didn't. I
I
got the
also have
immunity.
food next to me for what it's worth.
We both
Um,
won. We
I
both
was gonna
won.
say I'll show up because I made dinner right beforehand.
Me too.
It's crispy tofu and fries.
We both won our reward.
Yay!
Yay! So we can eat. But
And
no,
homemade honey mustard.
I got honey mustard on mine. I didn't have peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but I have a ham sandwich
Oh,
with honey mustard.
period. um, Plus, I made my honey mustard with Popeye's Mardi Gras mustard, and it has changed my life. And I
Well,
refuse to ever make it any differently. Honestly,
well, okay.
it has changed my life for the better. Um,
Love that for
but
you.
thank you. But no. So
Uh-oh.
this challenge started.
Did
Jeff
it?
is explaining. Everybody gets up there. We're and it's the so I haven't explained
No, no,
challenge.
explain
The
the challenge.
challenge itself, a classic, lovely classic challenge. Hold
Mm-hmm.
on to the spool with the rope holding 25% of your pregame body weight. Oh, and as I explained that, Cedric already dropped.
Mm.
Oh, poor
20 seconds.
Uncle Cedric. Cedric, no. Cedric.
Cedric would have been B. I would have been gone in 20 seconds. And I'm like, why am I here?
Okay, to be fair, this is not my challenge either because I'm still working my upper body. Like I'm working on my upper body. And that would have been not good for me.
I would have tried to give it a minute. But yeah, 45 seconds at least.
I honestly think I could have done it for a couple of minutes. I think I could have lasted a couple of minutes, but so very quickly it comes down to 3 people on each side. Within a span of minutes.
Yeah.
I don't have the exact like back and forth.
Okay, so Cedric first, then Star,
then Star,
then Chrissy. Yep, then Chrissy, then Camilla, then Say, then Mary.
Then Say, then Mary. Okay,
yep.
That's what I kind of thought. So then we have Mitch, Joe, and Eva on the orange side, and Kyle, David, and Cheyenne on the purple side.
Yep.
And at this point, we're watching, and I'm like, I'm rooting for Mitch and Cheyenne. And then guess who drops next on each side? Cheyenne and Mitch.
I was like, well, got that.
I was like, oh, never mind. It's fine. All right. Cool. Party.
But wait, the second It was the second it was even in the boys. She couldn't help herself. She just could not help her. She is never going to beat these allegations. Girl, you are a boy. Just say you want to be a man and just be the man that you are.
No,
Because
she's just I literally don't think like
no, I don't think
she's
she wants
just
to be a man. She's just a boy's
no,
man.
she's just surrounded by men so much. Like that's
Uh,
just her life, and I
And she
support her for
doesn't.
that fully.
I want you to try to like women. Like, try. We are okay people too. Like, we're great people too. We might, you can hang around some. Now, is some of us not great? Sure. But there's a lot of men that's not great too. But you apparently just, oh, you're never going to beat the pick me allegations, girl. And I want you to so badly. So badly, I want her to. But she just couldn't help herself. She was like, it's even the boys. I'm going to beat these boys. I'm like, girl, shut up.
Well,
Uh,
girl, you didn't.
you didn't because you went,
But
uh, whatever.
it's at this point that we get the smack talk montage.
Waka waka. Waka.
Honestly,
That was my
I
favorite
have to
part.
I have to say, I think this is my favorite edited season of the new era. Like the editors,
They
y'all
have
are
fun with
doing
this.
your big ones on this. Like
They're having
the
fun with
shot
this.
last week with Say and Charity running after the advantage,
Yes.
like just the little things here and there, like all of the moments, the cinematography, like all of the things. Editors, y'all are doing your things here, and we appreciate you for it.
I just like that they're having fun with it. And they're like, okay, because the players actually, they know they're fans. They watch the show. So we
Yeah,
know when the montage happens. We go, oh, what the God. Oh, my God. You know, stuff like
it's
that.
so good.
And for Shaheen to be say it, and they're like, all right, cut to the montage. And then my favorite part was when they were like, cut to commercial, and Joe said, you think that's easy? Jeff said, you think that's easy? Then come on out, get off your couch and apply. He was like, I'll do it right now. I was like,
I was like, and then he cut to Kyle, and Kyle did the back half of it. I was like, yeah.
right. I love it. I love this. I love the
Oh my
fun that they're
god.
having. I like saucy Jeff. I
Oh my
like
god, I love
fun
it.
Jeff.
Yeah,
Like the players knowing what's gonna, like, who knows the game
yeah,
and knows what's happening. Like,
yeah,
they sit on their couches every week and watch this, so they know
yeah.
we're gonna have a montage. The back talk, back and forth. And I
Right.
love Shaheen being.
I love it. I
I
love it
loved it. I
so
loved it. That was my
much.
favorite part of this whole entire episode.
Oh, I live. I live. Oh, it's so good. Um, oh, and then Kyle, while he's still in the challenge, is talking about ripping his skin. And everyone's like, it's the wart.
It's a callus, Jeff.
It's a wart. And all of the Siva immediately are like, wart.
Warts.
I was like, I forgot about the
Me
wart.
too. I forgot about the
The
wart
lore
too.
of the wart.
It's back. It's back.
It's back, baby. It's
Mhm.
back. So eventually, after a significant amount of time, Eva does drop.
Mm-hmm.
She hangs in there for a good amount of time, though. I will give
Yeah.
her eights for this challenge. She
I
ate.
give it
She did
sevens.
eight. She ate. So Joe does win the immunity necklace for the orange side.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Kyle and David battle it out for a good period of time.
They broke the
Um,
record.
well, not with David or not with
Oh,
Kyle.
no. I just said David and Joe. Anyway.
Yes. Kyle does drop eventually, looking very good while he does it, I will remark. Um, but yes, Joe and David are the individual immunity winners. And then it just becomes a beef fest going up against each other because, oh dear God.
My God, this was hot.
This was so hot.
This was hot. I was like, first of all, David, stop it with the one arm bicep.
Oh!
Uh, I was like, okay. And then Joe, both of them, when they were just trying to rest one arm, and they just
Oh!
got one arm up, and it's just like
Oh!
squatting, and then it's like, ah. I was just like,
Ah,
stop.
ah,
Yes. Yes, hot fan.
yes.
It got really hot for a second. I was like, oh, this is nice. This
It
is
was
real cute.
so good. It
Keep
was
going.
so good.
Go on for about 15 more minutes.
And then they did.
Then they did. I
And
was
they
like,
broke a
yeah.
record. So,
Good on them. Good on them.
yeah, so they broke the record for this. What was it? 48 minutes, I think, something
No,
like that.
38 minutes for
39
Gabler. 38 minutes for
period.
Gabler did it. And so they got
Period.
the
Period.
record from
Break that
Gabler.
old ass man's record. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Anyway, but we do have an overall winner.
Yep.
And David hangs on. And I mean, I don't think anybody is surprised
No.
whatsoever that
This
David has
challenge
won
was
this
meant for
immunity
him.
challenge. Yes.
This challenge was
And
built for him.
yeah.
For sure.
And immediately I was like, oh my God, Kyle and Camilla made jury!
Yeah.
And Mary!
Yay.
And Shane! And David! And Cedric! I was really like, I was so torn watching this because I was like, oh my God, there's people on both sides that I really, really want in jury. Oh
Yep.
no. Like
it was gonna be ugly regardless of who
it was gonna be so ugly regardless. Like,
ugly.
yeah.
But
So, they did a very good job, I will say, at kind of doing the back and forth between the two groups throughout the rest of the episode, Lana.
Yeah.
Do you want to go linear or do you want to go group by group?
Let's go group by group. Let's start with the
Okay,
losing. Who's gonna go first? So let's start with the orange team.
Orange. Okay, cool. So, Say is doing her absolute best out here. She is, she's a cat with 9 lives, as we've seen. She's gonna go talk to everybody. She's gonna do her absolute best. She goes to Joe. He's giving her nothing.
Nothing.
She goes to Eva because they do, they have talked a little bit. And she tells Eva that she's voting for Mitch. We then see later. Okay. Yeah, she's like, okay. All right. We then see later Mitch is lamenting to Say about not winning anything. Right. I just thought this moment was interesting. But we see Miss Chrissy, is starting to play the game a little bit. She's a little bit scared of Mitch because she realizes that Mitch is a very big threat. And she, he's a challenge threat. He's a social threat. So who does she bring that to? Star. Period.
And Star's like, yep. He sure is.
And I love the one confessional we got from Star in this episode.
It was gold.
It was golden. It was golden. Where she was like, at the end of the day, I don't know if these people are looking for Final 7, Final 5. I'm out here looking for Final 3. I'm not trying to be on the jury choosing who's going to be there, who's going to get $1 million. I'm trying to get the $1 million. And I'm like, exactly. There we go.
I want to be at the end where and convincing them that I should get the $1 million instead of giving
exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. That's why I'm wearing purple and Lana's wearing purple in her hair to prevent the purple star edit. We are not getting a purple star edit on this season. No, thank you. She is too entertaining to have a purple edit.
Here's the thing, y'all, and I don't know if y'all gonna know this about me or Logan in this here channel, but if they gave Star no confessionals, I'm still gonna bring up Star at some point. If I got to make it up myself, I'm gonna be like, well, I think Star was sitting over there because she said she didn't want to be bothered with nobody and she was trying to get her life together. But she is in the game, period. And you notice ain't nobody saying her name because she's safe, and safe. Period. Now I was gonna always bring up Star, and I will forever and always bring up Star.
We will find a way to talk about Miss Star.
Because you will not purple edit her. No.
Because at the end of the day, she is what? A star.
A star.
And
And you
stars will always be what? Spoken
shine.
about.
And they will always shine, period.
Period. And she sure did. And we'll
Hmm.
talk more about her later because that's where
Yep,
this
yep,
goes.
yep.
Well, Chrissy decides she's going to approach Say about voting for Mitch. And this is one of the first times in this entire game Say is like, well, Chrissy's a woman of her word.
Mm-hmm.
She said she was going to vote for Bianca. And she said she did. She said she was going to vote for Charity. And she did. So, all right. I'm going to hold on to that. I don't know if she should have, but she did.
She lied to you, girl.
Well, yes. And we'll talk about her lies later. But that's all we got from Orange.
Yep.
So we go over to Purple.
Mm-hmm.
David, very quickly when we go over to Purple, David says he wants to see Cedric go. And Mary's talking a lot about thinking that Say is gonna not make jury.
Mm-hmm.
Manifesting, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But Kyle's over here thinking maybe
Maybe.
take the shot at Shaheen.
Cause I mean, and here's the thing. Kyle has every reason to not trust Shaheen.
Mm-hmm.
Shaheen has given Kyle reason not to trust him. He went through that man's bag, and so he's like, if you didn't went through my bag once, what will stop you from going through my bag again? Like,
And the best part is, Shaheen has no idea
no whatsoever.
that Kyle knows that Shaheen went through his bag. Because Kyle and Camilla are still doing the best job at hiding the fact that they are a dynamic duo.
Secret duo. Like,
I live for it so much. It's so good. It's so good. So between cuts, we cut straight to a shot with Shaheen, David, and Mary, where apparently everyone but Cedric has discussed that the plan is Cedric.
Right.
The smoke screen name is Shaheen.
Right.
That is not shown. But we just cut to this conversation where there is concern about Shaheen's name being used as the smoke screen name.
Right.
Like, that's just where we pull up. We then see Kyle, like, the editing, this was the weird editing of the episode, because this editing was very choppy.
Yes.
And all over the place. They kind of had to make this narrative make sense.
I don't know how. Yeah, it felt like they did have to make it make sense, because I don't know if they got surprised by Kyle bringing up Shaheen, or did that smoke screen come after the fact, but they need to make it look like it came before the. Like, I don't know. It just seemed a little weird and off, but how they did it and how they decided to go across with that.
Yeah.
And, go back and forth and make it work. They did the best they can to make it work, but it did look like Shaheen was concerned. He was nervous. Like, okay, if I have to be the smokescreen name, cool. I don't like it, but okay, I'll do it.
It's gonna show trust with this new alliance that I've made.
Like, so I'm trusting y'all, which is crazy, because he could have easily been like, Cedric and Mary came from Vula together. Kyle, Camilla, and David all came from Siva together. What if they want to break up the old Loggy and they start with me? So I can't get back to Joe and Eva. This would have been the perfect opportunity for them to do. And Star, especially Star, because Shaheen is more willing to work with Star than Joe and Eva. But at that point, beforehand. So I'm like, this could have been the perfect opportunity for them to say, we need to continue to weaken the strong Loggy and continue to do that. But
I'm really intrigued why none of them took that shot, honestly.
I don't understand it.
Because we even see, like, Kyle talks to Cedric about voting out Shaheen.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kyle goes to Camilla with this whole idea to start a rumor about Shaheen doing something worth being guilty of getting voted out. And
But
I'm
like,
this whole storyline makes no sense unless Shaheen gets voted out next week. Like, that's the only, like, or within the next couple of weeks. Like, if something doesn't manifest with this next week, like, I'm unsure.
I'm unsure why they even brought it up and started the story if they weren't going to do it.
It's gotta have something to do with the trailer we saw for next week with David going crazy. That's where I'm assuming it goes.
Maybe.
But so Camilla does kind of run with it to an extent. We see a little bit of it. She goes to David with this, like, I'm gonna be honest, love you, Camilla, love you down, girl, but she goes to David with this kind of half-assed story about Shaheen potentially having an idol because he, like, hung back when the group was walking one day after an idol was used. I don't remember what idol it was.
Kyle's idol.
Was it Kyle's?
It was Kyle's idol.
Oh yeah, that was the only idol that was played so far. So she's, like, coming up with this whole story about Shaheen having an idol and trying to make a big move against someone and doesn't name a name.
I mean,
but then when we go ahead.
I mean, but she couldn't say, because I think the only way she could have got David to go on board with this idea if she would have said his name. But the fact that he couldn't, because he won immunity, she couldn't say his name because it would make no sense. And could say Kyle, and maybe David would have been like, oh, well, we can't let him get out Kyle because I would pick Kyle over him.
But why would Camilla be saying that to David?
Right.
That would let too much on about Kyle and Camilla being close, because why would Kyle be telling Camilla this information if they weren't close?
So it really was she had to use the smallest amount of information that she could to try to convince David, but David's a bull. He's stubborn. He likes he has this idea in his head and his vision, and he's like, this is what I want. Now, I did think for a second they convinced him when he talked to Cedric and was like,
and that's what I was going to bring up.
Shaheen. So when David talked to Cedric, he was like, I can't trust Shaheen to, and I think this might be a great time. And I was like, is he just smoke screening him, or did Kyle and Camilla actually get through to him with this whole Shaheen thing? I was interested to find that out. I was like, but as we saw, whatever.
Yep. That takes us to Tribal. So we go to the Orange Tribe group assemblage of people council first. We're trying to make more dance pun comparisons. Jesus.
Over it.
Please. And it's Chrissy trying to make the comparison, and Jeff's like, nope, I know my one dance, please. Even Jeff's like, nope, I know my one dance. Don't try to
put anything else in there.
Nope. Say does make the comparison to a tango. I like a tango.
It was a good tango.
Chrissy, there's more talk about honesty and loyalty. And Chrissy basically just says, fuck your loyalty and honesty. And she's like, yeah, they're like, what is loyalty and honesty doing in Survivor? Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you right now tonight. And I love Mother Star comes in and she goes,
she translated
so Chrissy's saying, I will lie soon, but not tonight.
Not tonight. I'm not lying tonight. I'm gonna lie soon, but not, baby. I was like,
tonight.
Loved it. I was like, Chrissy knows what's up. Chrissy, I mean, I'm with you, Chrissy. I am so with you. Like, let's stop this whole talk about honesty and loyalty in Survivor. That's kind of ridiculous.
Please.
I'm over it. I'm over it.
Please.
I'm over it
I
because
need.
there is no way you're going to be honest and loyal this entire time. Now you can be loyal. Now I ain't gonna say that. You can be loyal in Survivor,
Yep.
but you can't be honest the whole time through. That is just not
No.
possible. And
No.
the people who claim it honesty and loyalty is still lying to people in their face. So I'm like, what do you mean? Did you not just lie to that man's face? Did you not just lie to that woman's face? Right? Like, what do you mean honesty and loyalty? You can't have.
Joe, you voted someone out. David, you voted someone out.
And you told the other person that you didn't tell that person you were voting them out. You ain't go up to him and be like,
Like,
look, I'm very honest, so here it is. I'm voting you out. You didn't say that. You told David, you told Cedric you were voting Shaheen out. And you voted Cedric out. Joe, you didn't say you were voting her out, but you voted her out. So it's like, stop sitting here trying to be this honesty and loyalty thing. Like, that's what I'm about.
right.
Because that is not what you're about, my guy.
Like,
You can't
it's.
do that in Survivor. And as much as I would love to play honest in all the games that we play, and I would love
Yeah.
to never lie because I don't lie in my normal life to people on a regular basis. That's not something I'd like to or try to do regularly.
Yeah.
This is Survivor for $1 million.
Yep.
Baby, I'm lying to you.
Yeah.
As much as I say, people like, I would never lie to you. Baby, I'm lying to you at some point in
Uh
this
huh.
game. I have to. How do
Yeah.
I expect to get through the game if you don't? It's
Uh huh. Yeah.
crazy.
Um. Yeah. It's wild. I need Chrissy to lead a mother convention next week in the
Mm-hmm.
craziness of whatever's gonna go on with the dude bros.
Uh,
Um. I need Chrissy to lead a mother convention with Mary, Camilla, and Star, featuring Mitch, and I need them to flip
yes.
the game. That's what I need.
I need that to happen too. And you know what else I need to happen?
Hmm.
I need them to look at two people because it's two people in this game who is not a quiet duo. They're very loud, upfront, very confident duo.
Even Joe.
And yeah, as much as I love Joe.
Yep.
I like Eva,
I
but they are
like
very
Eva.
I
Yes.
like Eva, but they are very loud in your face duo and
Yeah.
very confident duo. And you know she has is this game turning into Australian Survivor? Because what do you
Yeah.
mean she has an idol and everybody know about it, but we not going after her? What do you mean? We're
Yeah.
not even gonna try to flush. What do you mean? If I was Mitch, Chrissy, saying, well, not even Star at this point because she's the one who gave it to her. But if I was Chrissy, saying Mitch, I would have at least flushed that item.
Right.
Or I would have been like, or just surprise them. Let them three vote for Say and three of them vote for Even. She would be like, now what? You can't vote and y'all figure it out now, but you got an idol in your pocket. I don't. If
Right.
I would say, I'd be like, why are we not looking at the person with the idol? We just go sit there and let her hold on to this idol with her duo partner, and then Star is like the third wheel of that duo because she gave it to her. So we're not looking at them.
Um. Yes, it seems like that might be what is happening.
It's wild to me. This game is turning into Australian
I mean,
Survivor.
hey. As long as it keeps Mother Star safe.
I mean, I'm not looking at Star because she don't have an idol. I'm looking at the one who got the idol. But they
Yeah, I
can't
agree.
tell Star at this point because Star will tell Eva. And she will
Yep.
use the idol. But either way, use the idol or not use the idol. I need her to use the idol and get it out of her hands. So
Right.
tell Star so she can go tell her. And we all
Right.
vote Eva, and then she use her idol and say it's gone anyway. Okay, cool. And the idol's gone. We just need to get that idol up out of here.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
If I was saying
I
Mitch
agree.
and Chrissy, that's what I would have done. Because we're not looking
And
at the girl with the idol.
worst case scenario,
She don't use the idol and she go home. Or it's a tie.
Or maybe best case scenario.
Best case scenario. Or and then even if y'all do, but see, you will have to vote her out then. It's like, no, we it'd be 2-2. Well, or look at Star, be like, girl, you really want to keep her with your idol? You want to keep her in the game with your idol
Here's
that
the
she's
thing.
not giving back?
Here's the thing. Let's think through that scenario. They tell Star.
Mm-hmm.
So say Mitch and Chrissy are planning to vote Eva to
Mm-hmm.
either flush the idol or in a scenario send her home.
Right.
They tell Star. Does Star take the shot? I think Star might take the shot.
And she might or she might not, since she thinks her and Eve are friends now.
Yeah.
I would say tell her, let her play the idol, and then say goes home. It's still you still get what
Yeah.
you want,
Yeah.
but then they're like, we don't want to make an enemy out of Eva. Why? Okay,
Yeah.
but all right, that's just my thing. But
Well,
that's not what
we do.
happened at all.
No, we're trying to delay the inevitable because we don't really want
Yes.
to talk about it, even though we've talked about it already.
Mhm.
So we got up to vote. Mitch don't even let Say cast a vote. And I get it.
I
I
get it, bro.
understand. His butt was on the line. I get it. I understand. I'm not mad.
Just
I respect
disappointed.
it. I'm not
I'm
even
disappointed.
disappointed. He did what he needed to do for his game.
I'm disappointed because of what it caused. I'm not disappointed at what
I
he did for his
know.
game.
I'm not disappointed with him. I'm disappointed
No.
with the outcome.
Yes.
And our seventh person voted out
Not a part of the jury.
is Say. Unanimously.
Unanimously. Mm, mm. Ugh, you have to do it.
I know.
You have. I don't want to see you do it.
I
But
don't
you
want
have
to
to.
do it. Oh.
Oh, God.
Easily one of the
Devastating.
best casting choices in years. One
Lot.
of the best casting choices in years. Bring her back for everything. I would even maybe go as far to say, like, is she the modern day Suri?
I don't know about all that. So
She
3 is
could
not
be,
chaotic. 3 wasn't as chaotic as Say.
but they're two sides of the same coin.
I don't think so, because Say don't know how to. Say has no tech. 3 has at least has some tech and know how to navigate. Say
Well,
Say
two
is just
sides of
a.
the same coin. I'm saying two sides of the same coin in that they both have that strategic mind. Suri
Oh,
has the tact. Say doesn't have it because of age. Like, I wonder where Say would be if and when she plays Survivor again at the age Suri was when she first played.
mm. I don't know. I don't see Sari in Say as much
Okay.
as in playing style. Um, I see Sari. I mean, I see Say more of a Michaela in playing style.
Okay. I like that.
I see her as a Michaela or a Jatia because they just so they came in guns blazing hard, playing hard, and I see her even like as a like a Tony, like just
I was gonna
coming.
say Tasha.
See, I was thinking I'm trying to stay. I'm not trying to just keep comparing her to all the black women on the show because that
No,
ain't what we're
totally, I
doing.
agree. Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
because I think she was playing more like some of these men who came in, or some of these players who came in playing hard, and she managed to get through a lot of different situations. But you knew
Yeah.
it was go like you said, we all knew
Yeah. Yeah.
borrowed time with this one. I
Let
never
me
felt like Sari was borrowed time. I felt like she was
sure.
borrowed time.
Let me make another Kagian reference just to add on to it. Cass
Okay.
in the
Okay.
chaos department, totally.
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
That's what I feel like. I feel like she's more of those people who she just came in so hot. She came in so hot, and she didn't even realize how hot she was coming in, and before she knew it, she was already on everybody's bad side.
Yep.
Sure, she made it through a few votes. Sure, she got a couple of people on her side and helped her, helped the situation. But man, by the time she got to merge, nobody was with her, and you need to have somebody with you who was gonna ride with you. And she just didn't have it because she didn't know how to. She didn't know how to read a room.
I
She didn't
know.
know how to read a room. But I love Say. I'm very sad about that.
I want to see her back. Now that she knows how to play the game,
Yes.
I'd like to see her back.
I
I'd
hope she
really
went
like to
home.
see her
I
back.
would love that because I think her going home, watching how she played, will understand, like, okay, this is, I can't do that.
Or, you know what?
Or I'm going to do it
I,
more.
I wouldn't even be mad at the same game part 2 Electric Boogaloo and just see what happens. Like, you know what? If she's on 50, I'm not saying she is, but if by some weird coincidence she was, I wouldn't be mad at it. I think that'd be fun.
It'll be
I'm like,
interesting.
that'd certainly be fun.
It will be
But
interesting, I know. But
all right, Miss Girl. Thanks for the fun for this first half of the season,
thanks for the
Say.
entertainment because Say was entertaining. She was
At
clearly
the end of the
entertaining.
day, all you can do is be entertainment. And we
Absolutely.
appreciate you, girl.
Appreciate you, Say.
You get your tens, Miss Say.
Love that.
Period. Period. All right, we got a whole other tribal to do that wasn't really that interesting.
It wasn't interesting. This tribal was boring. It was just
This tribal was
predictable.
so.
This one was so boring and so predictable. Like I didn't. It was not a doubt in my mind. I knew Cedric was going home. I knew he was going home, even with the way they were talking, and they wanted
Yeah.
us to think that it could possibly go Shaheen's way, and blah blah blah. But the more they talked, the more I was like, okay, yeah, y'all sticking to the predictable. Y'all sticking to what y'all said y'all were gonna do. Y'all
Yeah.
letting David make the decision for the tribe. Got it. Got it. Got it. It's fine
Uh,
because the votes went exactly how it was they first. But Cedric is the first member of our jury, so good on
I'm
you for
so
that.
happy he made jury.
Me too.
I hate that it's at the expense of Say, but you know,
Yeah.
they said we can only have 4 black people make jury this season, and that's it.
I know.
5 can't happen. Only 4.
So,
Only 4.
I
That's it. But I don't want to do this one
don't want to
either.
do it either, but I knew it was happening. Ugh. Borrowed
Uh,
time. Ugh. It was borrowed time.
I mean, he was my winner pick.
Yeah, you did pick him to win, didn't
And then I saw how he did in challenges, and I knew he wasn't going to be
you?
my winner pick. I watched the marooning challenge and said, nope.
Yeah, this whole
Absolutely not.
that challenge. I mean, not challenge. This tribal was boring, boring, boring. Predictable, predictable, predictable. I just wasn't into it, and it happened the way it happened. But well, Julie,
David, what do you mean?
what did he say?
Star and Kyle aren't making jury?
No, no. I think your whole 4 black people go make it to jury.
Oh, no, only 4 of them make jury. That's it.
Now only 3.
Well, that's
Now only 3.
is it only 3?
Star, Kyle, Joe.
And Cedric.
Oh, Cedric is going to jury. Never mind.
Yeah.
I just forgot. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
they're making final 3.
Purr. Purr, purr, purr,
Okay,
purr.
and maybe
Yes,
Joe.
yes, David.
And maybe
I,
Joe.
Maybe Joe. Yeah, Kyle
4
and Star
black people
making
made
it.
it to the jury portion of the game. Let me clarify my
That's that.
statement. Thank you, David.
But Kyle and Star are making it to the final 3 because Star does not want to sit on the jury. She didn't come to the jury. She came to be in the ones who gets picked for the million, not who's picking the million. Yeah.
Correct. I could see it. I could see it.
I would love it.
At this point, yeah, Star, Kyle, and like I'm
Prissy.
interchangeable. I was gonna say Chrissy. I'm like, it could be Chrissy, it could be Camilla, or it could be Mary.
Yeah. 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 I'm here for that.
I may be personally leaning Mary a little bit. Like I would
More
like to
Mary.
see I would love to see a strategic arc now for Mary. Like complete absolute underdog, like last person left on her tribe to like swing vote, gaining power in the late merge kind
Mm-hmm.
of strategic arc for Mary. I think that'd be fun.
I mean, Mary has been playing this game ever since she got away from Bula. Like, and
Yeah,
when she was like, I want to completely distance myself from Bula,
yeah,
she was doing just that. She was throwing Say under the bus the second they got
yeah,
to the merge feast. She was throwing Cedric under the bus the
yeah,
second she got back from from challenge today in this
yeah,
episode. So she's been trying and
yeah.
she has succeededly completely decimated Vula, and it's the last Vula member standing. And now she's so valuable to everybody else because now she doesn't have any loyalties to any tribe. She's loyal to
Yeah.
whoever wants to put her in the group.
And she was
So,
so easily ingratiated with these other four people that were in this purple tribe
yep,
group assimilation of people
yep,
that like, and it was so like, we obviously didn't see that group come together, but it seemed so seamless. Like she was just casually in a conversation with Shine and David.
mm-hmm,
Like it felt so casual, like they had been working together for 14 days.
right.
I like that for Mary. I like that for
I,
Mary a lot. Um, and Mary has a great story that
yeah,
no one left on this beach knows about.
mm,
I don't think anyone left knows about her backstory.
mm-hmm.
And I think that's really going to aid her in the back. I could see, hell, if Mary makes it to the end of this game,
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it at all.
I wouldn't be mad at it either. I would say right now, though, given everything, I think we're getting a subtle final 3 edit for Chrissy. I would say Chrissy. But we've
It'll be
also been
Chris.
getting a little bit for Camilla, too. So I think
We'll see.
unfortunately, though, I think it's going to be one of Kyle or Camilla. I don't think it's going to be both.
Right. Yeah. We shall see. I mean, if they don't get their duo blown up soon, maybe.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I think it's going to come a point where they turn on each other.
Possibly.
Yeah. But
But
our trailer for next week, David's going crazy.
Derek's going crazy.
David's
What
going
is wrong
crazy.
with him? He's going after, he said Camilla's name.
Oh, how dare
What?
he?
How dare he? What is he talking about?
David Healy, how dare you say Camilla's name in chat even? He's saying Camilla's name.
Stop
David.
saying Camilla.
David, how dare you? But with this double elimination, Jack and I both lose a person. I mean, Jack's been anticipating losing Say for a few weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
But Lana and I both have 4 draft picks left. Jack is now down to 2, but they're 2 very strong.
Very strong. Mm-hmm. I think he's good for a minute. I think
it's still anyone's game between the 3 of us, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think all 3 of us have a good shot, actually.
I'm kind of looking at my David might be going next because I don't know. Whatever he doing, he going crazy.
Yeah.
I can see David going, or I can see them going for like Mitch. If they decide, if the heroes as David is gonna get back together and say, oh no, let's keep this going. I can see them going for Mitch, but we'll see.
We'll see. I'm certainly excited to see what happens. But with that all being said, thank you for joining us for this lovely, wonderful recap for Survivor 48. We will be back same time, 9:45 p.m. Eastern, Standard Time or so. Sometimes we take a little bit of extra time to get ready. Next week to talk about episode 8 of Survivor 48. Oh my god, it was episode several, Lana. We didn't even talk about how it was episode several. Well, thank you for joining us for episode several. We'll be back next week with episode 8, as I said. We've covered the whole, rest of this season so far. So if you want to check out our recaps of those episodes, there will be a playlist somewhere. So check that out.
It'll be down there at the end of the notes, at the end screen. It'll be down there.
Yeah. So check that out. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to all of our channels. We're trying to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year across all of our channels. And support means we can do some fun new things this year and into next year across all of our channels. So we appreciate all of the support. Make sure to check out our social media where we'll be having a lot of fun content coming out across all of our channels. When we're doing interviews, which we will be this weekend over on the Cup ESC. Ooh, very excited. Neither of us are doing it, but Lewis is. So,
It's happening.
And speaking of Lewis, he'll be live 3 days a week here on the Cup TV doing Celebrity Big Brother UK coverage. So if you want to talk about all that drama that's going on, Jesus, it's a lot. You can check him out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and sometimes me and maybe Lana on this channel. Subscribe, like, and share. Check out the description below where you can find our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media, and where you can get your merch, including but not limited to cup, mug. And with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So, cheers.
Cheers, y'all. Bye.
Bye.